we're gonna go back to the NFL and talk about Andrew Luck, who now is gonna be out for estimate 2 to 6 weeks, even though the most recent report was a month, because he has a lacerated kidney. Like that just sounds gruesome. And he has a partial tear in his abdominal muscle. So it's like, man, like, sheesh, the coach just got you back, bro, and you're ready about to be out. And even one of the doctors, Dr. Lewis Jacobson, as quoted from CBS Sports, he said most commonly they see these kind of injuries in car accidents or car crashes or motor vehicle accidents, and that they're not very common. They're very rare. So that just shows Andrew Luck got smacked pretty much by Danny Trevathan and Vance Walker against the Broncos in the fourth quarter. It was on a scrambling play of where Andrew Luck scrambled out the pocket and he got smacked. He got like sandwiched, and he finished the game. Actually, adrenaline holds you down, and he finished the game in which the Colts beat the Broncos. But where do y'all think this leaves the Colts now? Because it seems like right when they're starting to pick up wind, Andrew Luck goes out again, and he could be out for almost the rest of the season, almost for 2 to 6 weeks. And it's one of those things you don't want to rush him back because with these injuries, you never know how to. A lacerated kidney, like that just sounds ugly, and a partially torn abdominal muscle. So starting off with Rashad, where do you think that this injury is going to leave the Colts, and how will they respond to the injury after they built up so much momentum, or they built up the big momentum with the big win against the Broncos?
Stats show in the season that Matt Hasselbeck is 2-0. That's what it shows this season.
It does.
And what does it show for Andrew Luck?
Well, let's see. There's been 9 games.
He's 1 for
5.
1 for
5, 1 for 6.
Mm-hmm. They're 4 and 5.
They're 4 and 5.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I mean, he's 2 for 5.
Well, he won a game early in the season,
Yeah,
and then he won the one just now. And then you have Matt Hasselbeck, who's 2-0. I'm just saying.
Did Matt Hasselbeck win every game?
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Hey, remember, we already had this talk when Rudy was on the show. How I felt about Andrew Luck playing, how I felt about Matt Hasselbeck playing.
Nah, Rudy came at the whole.
Now speaking of Rudy off the show, he said Matt Hasselbeck can't hold up and win these games, and I'm like, don't. You jump to conclusions.
Well, which games did he win? Was it against the
Matt Hasselbeck won against who did he win? I think
Texans and the Jaguars.
He won against the Jaguars
and the Titans.
And who was it?
These are divisional games here, my friends.
They are. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Matt Hasselbeck is the future for them. Even though he's at the end of his career, he's the future. He's the future.
Man said the future.
Collie, please go.
He's the future.
How old is he?
He's 40. He's old.
He's old. He barely has a future.
He's old. But before you go, I think honestly their chances of making the playoffs is better with Matt Hasselbeck in, and then Andrew Luck returning in the postseason.
I do think that Matt Hasselbeck definitely is better performing better than Andrew Luck. Where they stand in the division, for real, I feel like it can go either way, because with the Texans is 1 game behind. So if the Colts lose their game this week, and the Texans win, they'll be ahead. So I do think that it can either swing either way. Matt Hasselbeck is winning games for them, but he's only been in 2 games, and
it's 2-0.
Andrew Luck is projected to be out 2 to 6 weeks. So with him out and Matt Hasselbeck continuously playing each week, how is his performance going to be every game? No, 2 games. That's back-to-back games. That's not that bad. No, you got your first.
He's a winner. I'm just saying.
He's a backup.
He's a winner.
He's a backup for a reason.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing because that means my Jacksonville Jaguars is going to make that rise to the playoff spot. Like I told y'all before the season started, before we even came on the show.
Okay, you see, 2 to 6 games. This man has to play for almost the rest of the season, basically the rest of the season. So 2 games, he can win 2 games. I mean, but 3 games, 4 games, 5 games.
Hey,
40-year-old Matt Hasselbeck, you think he got the energy to keep on winning like that?
If that's how you feel, I'm supporting you then because my Jaguars. So
okay, no, let's not talk about the Jaguars.
You just made the case for Matt Hasselbeck.
I know, but if y'all want to sit there and say you're not gonna do well, then it don't bother me. I'm supporting Matt Hasselbeck though. I think he's gonna win.
You forget the Jaguars are 2-6.
Exactly. Whoa. They'll do what game and a half behind. I'm just saying. Our offense is clicking now.
Okay, so this is the Colts' upcoming schedule. They play the Falcons this upcoming, or they play the Falcons next week.
It's suspect now.
Nope.
Yeah, then they play the Buccaneers.
Suspect.
They play the Steelers.
Suspect.
That's low.
Jaguars.
Great win. Right
Texans.
Yeah,
Dolphins
suspect.
and the Titans.
Yeah.
So
Matt Hasselbeck has a good chance of winning plenty of these games, except the Jaguars. That's all I'm saying.
You think you'll beat the Falcons, Pittsburgh?
Yes.
And a divisional game against the Texans?
Y'all have no Ben Roethlisberger. Y'all have no Le'Veon Bell.
That's in what, 4 weeks?
Y'all bring it back. He's not coming back. I don't think he's coming back in time.
A foot sprain.
Yeah, but
you don't think he's coming back?
He's on a foot sprain? Is it a serious foot sprain? And he out for like 3 to 4 weeks?
Yeah. He is.
So yeah,
I mean it's still that defense though.
And then the Falcons we seen.
Oh my god!
But
they were
Matt
they were
gonna win the rest
team.
of those games.
Matt Hasselbeck has a good chance to win those games. Hilarious.
This is hilarious.
I'm just saying.
Brendan, you all up in my
I'm just saying.
I'm so sorry.
I said the only loss they might have. They might lose 2 of those games. One's gonna be to the Jaguars.
But if they lose 2 games, and especially if it's gonna be one against the Texans gonna take the division.
No, they're not, because the Texans gonna keep losing. And the Jaguars won't come up. Stop counting out the Jaguars. Stop it. If it's not going to be the Colts with Matt Hasselbeck, it's going to be the Jaguars
be the Colts or the
with Blake
Texans.
Bortles.
It's not going to be anybody.
He's not accepting it.
He's not.
Guys, as much as I would love to talk about the Jaguars, the Colts, the Texans.
Oh my god!
As much as I would love to talk about these,
it just sucks.
And we can't even name. I want it to be a trivia quick game right here. Name 5 players from the Texans. Name 5 players from the Jaguars. Name 5 players from the Colts that aren't named Andrew Luck and what's it called?
Frank Gore.
T.Y. Hilton. That aren't named Andrew Luck and T.Y. Hilton.
So you basically just calling that whole division doo-doo.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
Can anybody name 5 Titans players?
Nope.
Apart from Titans fans?
Nope.
Exactly. I just said apart from Titans fans. Anybody just off random recollection, can they name 5 players?
For the Titans?
Yeah.
Delaney Walker. Marcus Mariota. What's the Medberger?
Nope.
You just need a backup quarterback. You just need the back. That just shows how depth, how they have no depth. He
starting quarterback and the backup quarterback.
Yeah, he had to name the starting quarterback from last year, the doo-doo Mettenberger, Zach Mettenberger. He had to name him before he named another skill player.
I'm trying to think of the skill. The skill players on the tip of my tongue.
Huh? I bet you, if I told you to name Patriots ones, you would have had at least 4 by now. If I didn't tell you to name 4 Patriots players, it would have been 4 right now. You probably would have listed Ryan Garoppolo like 5th or something like that. You probably would have had him 5th. Oh my gosh, that just shows how bad that division is. Like,
it's sad.
I mean, just because I don't care about the rest. The only person I care about.
No, exactly. Nobody cares about the division. Nobody cares. No, that division is irrelevant.
The sad thing
is the outskirts of the world. That division is the final destination of divisions. That division, you only when broadcasters get that division, it's like, ah, damn. Like, when they get that division for a game, like I know they'd be so blown. You just hear them.
Like we're covering the Jaguars.
Blake Bortles touchdown for 200 for what's it called? For 2 yards of quarterback scramble. Go Jags! Like that is so sad.
Right, it's so sad because one of them is gonna go to the playoffs with a losing record.
How you think I'm losing record now? Don't just put Jaguars.
He said, "How do you know they're gonna have a losing record?" Wait, what?
I said, "Start that finish 8-8."
Hey, Please don't tell me you stand by that.
Oh, no,
Change your face. Change your face. No.
Chill.
You're not standing by
Chill.
that. You're not standing by that.
I said
right?
the least they
Wow, I'm
7-9.
crying.
No.
At the
You
least.
said at least
You said
8.
And then I said, but when I said this, I said they're gonna go 8 and 8.
They're gonna finish 7 and 9.
They gonna finish
No.
500.
They're going 8 and 8. But the least they will finish.
They're gonna finish
if they
8 and 8.
don't finish 8 and 8, it'll be 7
Yo.
We're good. So let's go. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
8 and 8. 8 and 8. The Jaguars.
Never have I heard something so funny.
8 and 8. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
8 and 8, 7 and 9.
Oh,
Wow.
7 and 9.
Woo! Guys. Wow. This show.
Chill.
7 and 9.
You never know what you're gonna hear.
7 and 9.
You never know what you're gonna hear.
8
Whoa.
and 8.
7
8 and 8.
8 and 8.
Snap.
Wow, the Jacksonville Jaguars, 8 and 8. Whoa.
Stop saying it.
As we see,
My side hurts.
but as we saw every game the Jaguars played except one, they lost by a touchdown.
Problem is they're healthy. They ain't the Cowboys, my friend. They're healthy. They ain't the Cowboys.
They
Don't give them the Don't give them the Cowboys excuse. The Cowboys don't got. Cowboys didn't have Des Bryant. They didn't have Tony Romo. They got Des Bryant for like
That's
1 or 2
6
games.
points plus the conversion,
my
7
God.
points.
Every game but one
Come on.
touchdown.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not like we can blood out. It's
No,
not like the
it's not.
Jaguars are bad. We just can't finish the game.
Man said
This
8 and
man
8.
said 8 and 8. That is the highlight of my day. I will tell my girlfriend about this. I'm gonna tell my mother about it. I'm gonna call my mom. I'm gonna call my brothers. I'm gonna call my dad and tell them, you know, Rashad said on the show today. They're gonna
But
Jacksonville Jaguars.
tell
What
Rudy.
is y'all current record? What is the Jacksonville Jaguars current?
2-6.
2 and
You telling me they gonna win 6
5 of
games?
those games lost by a touchdown.
You telling me they gonna win 6
5 of those
games
games
and
lost
lose
by
only
touchdown.
2?
5 of those games lost by a touchdown. All they had to do is pick up.
wow. Wow. So y'all 2 and 6 right now. The Jacksonville Jaguars will finish 8 and 8.
8 and 8 or 7 and 9. 1 and 2.
I will buy you an insomnia cookie pie if you are right.
And one from
What's shake
right,
on
one
it?
from not right.
If you're not right, you can just give me 3 cookies.
No.
Shake on
So
it.
no,
You got my faith in your team.
No, you're confident.
I'm giving you a cookie pie.
A
I'm
cookie
giving you a
pie.
cookie pie.
Cookie pie is cheaper. How much a cookie pie?
Cookie pie is like $20.
I can buy you 3 cookies.
That's a whole
3
pie.
cookies. Yeah, that's a whole cookie pie. I'm the one that has more to lose
You're
here.
not supposed to gamble. You're not supposed to gamble.
No, okay, stop.
You're not supposed to
Oh,
gamble
man.
on campus.
Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to gamble on
Understand
campus.
rules.
Ah,
Understand rules.
FanDuel is gambling.
No, on campus.
FanDuel
This is-
and
this is-
DraftKings, everybody does it. That's
this is
gambling in
different.
itself.
This is different. This is not in college.
Oh my gosh, whatever, man. College athletes do it.
They do.
Not supposed to. Well, the NCAA did just rule on it being gambling, but oh man, I could laugh at. Honestly, Rashad just gave me the laugh of the day.
Yo, he hurt my side.
But we,
I can't breathe.
Show this week, the Jaguars win, and then what?
oh,
And they're 3 and 6, and then they win the next week, and they're 4 and 6. Then what? Then you guys will be like, oh, okay. The Jaguars
But you tell,
have a chance.
so if they lose 3 games, that's basically your whole.
if they
If
lose,
they lose 3.
If they lose
Then
3
they
games,
7
your
and 9.
argument's done.
No, they 7 and 9. I said at least.
no, you said 8 and 8.
You said 8 and 8.
This is
You said
8 and 8. This is 8 and 8.
I
You said
said
8 and 8.
I said no. When I said this before the season started, I said I believe the Jaguars will be 8 and 8.
This is the
And then I
Jaguars.
said- and then I said at the least.
Let me tell them the remaining schedule. The remaining schedule for the Jacksonville Jaguars is the Ravens.
Who's bad?
They actually they
Yeah,
can't
they
beat the
lost.
Ravens.
Yeah,
The Titans.
Who are bad?
that's a divisional game, my
Who are
man.
right, but they're bad.
The Chargers. They're not as bad as their record
Mm-mm.
shows.
Mm-mm.
That's the team that their record is not as bad as they're not as bad as their record shows. The Titans again.
They're bad.
The Colts.
Bad also make that win.
The Falcons.
Lost.
The Saints.
What's the name? Just lost to a doo-doo team, the Falcons.
The Saints.
And
And the Texans.
Jaguars, though.
Y'all do got a winnable schedule, but
Exactly.
it's the Jaguars. But y'all are 2 and 6.
So
It's
before,
just-
before the season started, it was just the Raiders. But now look at them.
No. But people actually had hope. Derek
people
Carr
had hope,
gave people
man.
hope. Derek Carr, people were like, yo, Derek, they got someone Derek. And the quarterback's the most important position. People were like, Derek Carr's a bad
Mhm.
boy. People ain't saying that about Blake Bortles. my friend.
ACDC.
Ain't nobody about saying that about Blake Bortles.
ACDC.
But Blake Bortles ain't no Derek Carr now. I'm just saying, Derek Carr been against a tougher competition, and he's bald.
I'll play the same player.
Oh my.
I'll play the same player.
Anyways, gonna go on
One has
to
Amari Cooper, one doesn't.
we got to go on to predictions, y'all. And-
Real quick.
oh my God, he didn't have Amari Cooper last year, and he was still balling.
Isn't he a rookie?
No,
Derek Carr's a sophomore.
yeah,
And
and he had Derek. He had nobody last year, and he was still balling. And he just got
well,
Amari
not balling,
Cooper.
That helped,
balling
yeah.
now.
He was balling for a rookie quarterback. He was balling.
He was decent.
He was better than Blake Bortles. I'm saying. For predictions tonight, Bills and Jets.
Oh, before we go to predictions, I want to give a shout out to you guys for doubting my man's BG at San Francisco. Glenn Gabby getting that W. I just want to say that y'all.